officially St. Walt Grayson weekend to celebrate Walt being the Grand Marshal of the House St. Patty's Parade. We went for a ride along to talk about his journey, and here's part one of our conversation. I'm excited to be riding with you, Walt.
I'm excited for you to be here, too.
Thank you for doing this, number one.
Certainly.
Well, you've been all around Mississippi, we know that. You've seen lots of things. Did you ever think you would be at this moment that you're at right now in your life? You know,
I'll be honest with you, until a few years ago, I never thought about this moment because I never pictured myself the age that I am now, for one thing. And still don't feel like, and I don't think I act like. That's the bad thing about it. I don't think I act like my age either. As a matter of fact, I consider myself to be, with my storytelling, I consider myself to be probably the world's oldest third grader. And I kind of borrowed that from Willie Morris a little bit because he talked about he was the world's oldest sixth grader. I go back to third grade because third grade is when we started doing current events. And I date myself a little bit. I was the one who brought it. Nobody else thought it was important the day that Russia put a satellite in orbit. So I was the one that told my class in third grade that the Russians launched Sputnik. So I got to be Rocket Man from then on, the rest of the year. Anything that had to do with rockets, everybody else, me. No, we're going to let Walter do it. So that's how I started doing that. And it's still that same attitude that I take when I go out on the road. Well, I'm looking for things that I've never heard of before so that I can go back to the office, do a story about it, and show it to other people. Because if I've never heard of it, odds are they've never heard of it either. So about how many stories do you think you tell a year? Depends on the year. But I do 2 stories a week, and they're, what, 52 weeks a year? Take a couple of weeks also. It's just 100 stories right there. Wow. And sometimes in the past, I've done 3 stories a week, so that make 150 a year. And I've been in this business for... At least 30? At least 30, so yeah. Actually, I've been on television for 40 years. Wow. And I was in radio before that, but that doesn't count. The thing I like about radio is you can be on radio and you can sound like you're in a coat and tie. On television, you really got to be in the coat and tie. So is there a story you would like to revisit, or is everything kind of new? There's nothing you would redo? You know, there's really a lot of things that I would like to revisit. And the bad thing about it, and now I know that I'm getting older now because a lot of them aren't there. And a lot of the people that I had done stories with in the past are no longer there. Gordon Cotton over at the old Courthouse Museum, if I was stuck for a story, I could always go call up Gordon and ask him what's happening, because Gordon's one of the great storytellers of all time. And you get a story from Gordon, and now Gordon's passed away. And some of the places that I used to go all the time are no longer there. Either that or I'd chewed all the sugar off of them, and there was nothing else I could tell about it. But I'm always on the lookout for new things. I kind of keep thinking, you know, when I started doing this, what enthused me most was I had just found out about the ruins of Windsor back when I was a teenager. I had never heard of it before. And the way I found out about it, there was a big photograph in the lobby of the radio station where I worked at the time of these ruins. I thought it was some castle in Europe. And I asked the boss one day where it was. A picture, it was a photograph, so it was a real place. So I asked the boss where that was. He says, oh, it's just right down here in Port Gibson, which is 100 miles or so away from Greenville, I guess, 120 miles. But it was years later before I saw the ruins of Windsor. And it impressed me. And I own lots of levels, I guess. Number one, because it's so old. And number one, and the other number one. Right. 1A. Yes, 1A. Is because it was such a massive place. And obviously it took a lot of time to build it and all that. And then it's gone. You know, it's just in ruins. And I really think that probably the ruins, though, are more impressive than the house would have been, because if the house was still standing, they wouldn't let anybody in there, you know. But go down and see the ruins and go think, man, I would have hated to have had to have heated and cooled this place. Your first job. Oh, okay. How did you feel when you walked in the door? Were you overwhelmed? And when did you finally think you got your groove? Well, let me tell you about my first job. My very first job was when I was 11 years old. I worked for a Pulitzer Prize winning newspaper. I was a paper route carrier for the Delta Democrat Times.
Yeah.
But I do have to the kids now. Oh, yeah, my first job, I was working for a Pulitzer Prize-winning newspaper. Just let it go at that. But my first job, I was very nervous. I won't go into how I got the job, or because that's a long story in itself, and we only have, what, a half hour?